Good morning. I'm so excited because Hem is here today. And you know what? We've been having so much fun talking already that I'm gonna bring Hem on now so we can all talk and bullshit with her. Thank you, Hem, for coming
Hi
on.
guys. Hello everyone. Happy Mother's Day, guys. It's,
I,
it's not Mother's Day here in Britain. It's actually my mum's birthday. So
oh
it's
my,
kind of really weird synchronicity, right? So yeah, so happy Mother's Day to all you mums out there. I'm not one, but still happy Mother's Day to all of us mums.
oh
So
my
let's
gosh. I know we're like
go
also
now.
nurturers. You know what I mean? Like I think it's a day for like all women just to like make an excuse and like not cook and clean and just chill today, you know?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Me
Yes.
too.
Okay, so I know we were just talking about what cards to use for the day for this, but Hem, you said you just got new
I did.
Atlantis
Yeah, they're
cards.
the Angels of Atlantis Oracle. You probably can't see it because I haven't got my light on today because I was lazy to put it on. But the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards, they're by Stuart Pearce. They're really gorgeous. If I can get them out, I'm trying to get them.
Yes. The
They
Angels of
are
Atlantis. I don't know
they
why, but
are
those sound so
so
cool.
look, they are beautiful. They're like so like they're rocking. They're so beautiful. So there's
Okay, so
those.
I have
And
another
then
question. Should we do the weekly cards or should we just start pulling cards for everyone since it's Mother's Day?
I think we should pull cards for everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Let's do a
thinking
Mother's
too.
Day
Let's just
gift.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's just start pulling cards for everyone. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. And I've got these
Should I
ones
pull
as
cards
well.
too? Like, should you pull a card and I pull
Yeah,
a
let's
card? I
let's
don't have those
do.
spirit animal cards to see. You're you choosing cards I don't have on purpose.
No, I just showed them to you, and you went, "Yeah, let's do those." Like, there's other ones, but she was chatting and chatting, and that's what
I
happened.
do.
These
Okay.
ones are so pretty. Look, dove. I
See,
mean,
those are
amazing.
so. I love those. Okay, we'll let
Yeah,
everyone else. Okay, do you guys want the Lantis ones or like the animal ones?
for your
I'm trying to see like
pulls.
any cool ones that I have. Oh my God, Hem, after we were talking about, I just looked down at my Oracle cards and guess what Oracle cards I just seen after what we were talking about. Isn't that hilarious?
They're
Okay.
Scorpio Ricky tiles.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know which cards for me to use. Okay, yeah,
Which
they said
ones?
Atlantis. Oh, they like don't matter. It's beautiful, but one person said Atlantis, so we'll do that.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll let you
Atlantis.
start, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask.
Okay, so who wants it? Who wants? You pick the person for their pull card pull.
Oh, for the first one. Okay, so but you're gonna draw the card for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do Virginia Jankowski.
Oh, she's got
Oh, and as soon as I
two.
said her name, it flew
Two
out.
came out.
Oh
Oh,
my
two.
gosh.
And they're like super lovely as well. Right. Do you want to do one? Because I did two. Should we just both read these ones? They are romance.
Ooh.
And I'm seeing sort of sensuality in that card.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
joy. You wouldn't could have put them together if you tried, could you?
And look at that. Is it a dolphin too? And what
It's
does
a
it say?
dolphin. Yeah, it's a dolphin. It's Jophiel, the angel. It's the angel Jophiel. And that one's, I think it's Zafkiel. Zafkiel, that angel. Can you see? I'm really rubbish at holding this, as you can see.
Oh, I
So
love that. I do
I
sense
love
a
it.
lot of there's a lot of sensuality. So I feel like, with the romance thing, there's like a lot of maybe like that physical attraction too, you know what I mean? That's going on that might be, you know what I mean, on her mind and that kind of stuff too. Definitely like a coming together, like with the candles and that kind of thing. And then like what does the other word say? Is it joyous on the other
This is
card?
joy. This one's joy.
Yeah. So it's like to me, I feel like they're saying just to like enjoy that moment, enjoying that embrace, you know what I mean? Enjoy what's ever happening right now and letting the natural course unfold, you know what I mean? However, that it's supposed to be, you know? Like, I don't know, what are you thinking? Like, did you tune into?
So what I'm getting is I'm getting the pair. So you see there's two candles there, right? And so I'm getting the two flames. So I'm getting the attraction towards this very warm, holistic energy. So the energy is actually really good and it's really safe for you. Romance doesn't always tap into our intimate partners. It can actually tap into how we connect to our own inner divine energy. The other thing that I'm getting is the two doesn't necessarily mean two people. It can mean two of how we view ourselves. We have our inner critic. We can have our inner child. It's the other part of yourself. So bring some warmth into that too. Also, the other thing I'm getting is that there is this real warmth that you can tap into with a partner if you have a partner, right? If not, this is about something drawing towards you, coming towards you. And it's about that energy of similarity, of understanding, of you know this person, you'll recognize this person, you know them so well. And it's almost like they are your match to your candle. They are your flame. And I'm seeing the golden energy all around. Can you see that golden energy right at the bottom? It's golden. Whatever this is, it's golden and it's sparkling so brightly for you. And the other thing I'm getting is there's like a beautiful, almost like crystalline energy in that. I don't know, I call these moons, but I'm not sure they are. I think they're planets. But in that planet, there's this crystalline energy. So I'd like you to look towards crystals. I'd like you to look towards a crystal you're really deeply drawn to. I'm actually seeing, I think it's called sunstone. I'm seeing sunstone for you. So get yourself a sunstone. I'm feeling that energy around you quite a lot. And with the joy card, well, it's quite simple, really. If you get that card before the romance card, that is going to make you feel like that dolphin. Your energy is going to be so high. Look at the planet here. Look at how much it's sparkling. Your energy is going to lift so high. And you've also got these two angels that will help you on this quest. So tap into both of those angels and call upon them, and they will assist you at this time.
Ooh, that is so good. And then I think I know which cards that I'm going to use too. So I might pull a couple cards as well, you know. I absolutely love that. Goodness gracious. Because I was like, wait a second, I think I have a card deck that reminds me kind of which one that you're using. Okay, I really need to order. I need to like put them in alphabetical order or something. Okay, I got them. Because these kind of remind, oh no, I guess not. Well, some parts of them. Some parts of like these cards, they remind me.
Gorgeous. Yeah, they're gorgeous. Blossom. I love that.
You know?
Yeah, they're lovely.
So yeah, I kind of like them. So, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, and Virginia's like, perfect, thank you, that kind of thing. Okay. And then Lucy, you were doing such a good job. I was like, oh my God, I think you're just hitting it right on, that I was just like letting you talk, right? Should you pull another one? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it?
If you pick someone else, you could pull yours, couldn't you? And then we could do
those. Do you want to do that? Like, okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
It feels right.
It does, doesn't it? Okay. And then I have a couple people on from, okay. Ooh, I don't know why. It's so funny, like Barbara Ellen, and I understand, like, okay, she's not getting favorited because of her last name, because that's my mom's name, you know. Which, by the way, you guys, it was so cool because me and my sister were celebrating Mother's Day yesterday, and we were talking about our mom, and we turned this corner, and all of a sudden, like, the very first street name was Ellen Avenue, which is my mom's name. I was like, oh my gosh, right? So for Barbara, the talking about giving and receiving. So, and especially like today, it just seems like you might have a lot of people that are reaching out, maybe needing things from you, you know what I mean, through the course of like every day. But today it's like almost like, you know, being open to receiving love, receiving like just a little bit of like chill time, just a little bit more of like that love, that inner love too for yourself too is a little bit of what they were talking about. And there's something else as well, you know. I don't know why, but there's like making me feel too like that really makes you happy. Like you're almost like one of those women, one of those people, one of those nurturers, you know what I mean, that really just loves to give, but it's really time for you to also help start receiving for yourself, you know. Wow, this is like just really straightforward. Like I really want to get more out of this, you know what I mean? And another thing too is that there's definitely a lot of signs too, kind of like what I just talked about, like from past loved ones, like reaching out, and people are around you that you wouldn't even normally think that might be around, you know what I mean? You might be surprised by who is around you. So the thing is that it's really important to talk back to these signs and then be like, okay, who is trying to reach out to me? Then who knows, you might be able to see like a street sign that has their name on it, and it'll confirm that, you know, they are one of them ones with you and guiding you, right? And especially like there's a man in spirit too, by the way. I'm not picking him up from mediumship wise, but I can see him coming through on the card, you know what I mean? So he's like a father like figure, you know what I mean? Kind of like a protector, that kind of stuff too. I'm not sure if he ever wore suits and stuff like that, but I'm starting to get that, that kind of thing, or, you know, it could be symbolism. Okay. Yes, I feel like that's a lot of the gist what I'm getting. Are you getting anything else, Hem?
Yeah, so basically look at those 4 hands there that you've got. Okay, the bottom hand is a yellow energy, so that's your solar plexus. You need to move into receiving really strongly. Your powerhouse needs to, it's starting to flourish, but you're kind of holding back a little bit. So really open the gates to that, because then if you look up at the other 3 hands, you've got the energy of the next centers opening up. So you've got your heart chakra, and then you've got your throat chakra, and then you've got your third eye chakra. You are needing to be open to that energy. What I'm actually sensing is you're struggling with that a little bit. Receivership may be something of a little bit of a bind for you. You know, when we give, we also need to learn to receive, so that we can have pure exchange of energy. Now, I'm a real bad one for this myself too, so I do understand receiving for me has always been quite a hard thing, and it's to really bring you up in that energy. Also, the other thing that I'm getting for you as well is that as you move through those centers, you're going to start feeling that powerhouse become so much stronger for you. There's almost been this sense of feeling that you're giving your power away. Actually, I'm getting that sense of giving your power away, right? No. Now what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be looking at, is that powerhouse of how you're protecting that energy. So for now, to begin, because you're moving into this energy, you need to be protective of this space. You need to really, really be so secure about your boundaries so that you can move into this energy. And this is of love for you. Receiving is of love for you. Giving's good. You're going to do a lot of that, yeah, because I think you're really good at that, my darling. But receiving, you're going to open up to that. And that's by being strong in this center and protecting it.
Oh, I love that too. And I totally agree with that too, especially what you were talking about, like with the boundaries thing. You know what I mean? It's so, so, so true. And it was really funny because I was drawn to the yellow, but when I went back, it was like they didn't tell me to say anything about that. You know what I mean? So I love that that you actually did, because I was like, okay, it was something that Hem needed to say and not me, you know? So, oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. Your turn. Yes.
Okay.
Who are you drawn to? Oh, you know, you
me.
should. Yeah, you should choose the ones that I draw for, and I should choose the ones that you draw for if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, no, you pick.
Okay.
Because it's easier, because then I can shuffle.
Oh yeah, good point. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we. Okay. Yes. I feel like that's a card like everyone needs to hear, but also like I was about to say her name too, so it's also going to be for Danette. You know what I mean? If is that what you're feeling?
Whatever you've got is right.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That's what I love about this. Okay.
I really love this card, darling, because it's grace and it's Archangel Gabriel. And we were talking about Archangel Gabriel earlier, actually. And you know what I do with the word grace? I always bring it to divinity. Yeah, exactly. But we were talking about God earlier, Heather and I were, right? And this card for you is about you stepping into your divine energy. This isn't godly as such. This is more about your real, true, highest self energy, and it's so pure. And in fact, you know, if you look here, I'm not really sure. Is that good? What bird is that? Anyone know?
You know what?
What bird is that?
Is that a swan?
Or maybe, I don't know. We're not into birds, clearly, me and her. Whatever bird that is, it's your freedom. Maybe look it up if you know what it is, you know, and then work out what it's telling you. There's a message in that for you. The other message I'm getting for you is that you are really centered in your throat chakra energy, but in a really deep way, because it's a darker blue, right? But I'm also getting that you need to move. And actually, if you look at this planet here, it's completely surrounded by white light energy. It's about your crown chakra. So you need to move into the divinity. I'm getting the connection between the two, actually. So moving into that energy. And it's going to open you up to something. They're not actually telling me what. They're actually smiling. So it's a good thing. They're showing me the stars. So there is something really special about this. Like you're a star, I'm getting here. So something about stepping into your divinity, your true, authentic, superstar self is going to shine. Something huge is waiting to just birth out of you. And I will tell me what it is, whatever it is. I'm really excited for you because I can really feel it. And this bird is the bird taking off in flight. You are going to be super, super cool. Please don't resist this. It's really good for you. What
Oh
are you
my
getting?
gosh. And you know what's so funny is like that planet thing, it looks like it has two eyes and like a little weird like platypus mouth to me. And when you first like looked it up, I was like, oh my God, I thought it was him like reading a book, right? And the first thing that was coming to me too is kind of like what you're talking about is like that connection to divinity, like almost getting more involved in the spirituality and being definitely more open to things, like just like really like breaking it open, you know what I mean? And learning a little bit more because I thought that that was a book and not a bird, which was really weird because it's clearly a freaking bird, right? And then I know, isn't that so weird? And then with the swan, like I really do feel like it was a swan. I'm not sure, you know what I mean, if someone wants to agree with me. But the swan is the story of the ugly duckling, you know what I mean? And then it became a beautiful swan. And I feel like that's kind of like a little bit about what Hem is talking about is like this beautiful transformation, this thing that is coming up, you know what I mean? And it's honestly something that you don't really have to be fearful of, but just making sure too that you are reaching out to the angels for help, for guidance, and that kind of stuff. Because like it was so funny that we were just talking about Archangel Gabriel, and it was like I just felt such soothing, you know what I mean, knowing that Archangel Gabriel was with me, you know what I mean? So I know that I'm always on the right track. And I feel like it's kind of like the same thing for you, Danette. And honestly, for a lot of us too, because remember I said it was also a message for the whole too. So it's like right now in the craziness of the world and craziness of our family, you know what I mean, the craziness of division and stuff like that, just to be making sure that you are, you know what I mean, connecting to that source and staying in the love, you know what I mean? And it's almost like this, like I have to say this because I feel like this is what, you know, it's been staying with me since I seen it. But if you guys watch that movie on Netflix called Love Happens with Jennifer Aniston, I finally just watched it the other day, right? And it was really funny because he takes people down onto the streets, right? And there was like people flipping each other off, and there was a lot of honking and horns, and it was just chaos, right? Because that's this, you know what I mean, you're in the moment. But then if you go up onto one of the rooftops, it's still the same place, but it's a different point of view, and it's beautiful and it's awesome, and all the flipping off and all the anger and all the craziness, you know what I mean, it's so diluted. And I feel like that's kind of a message for us, is to get that different point of view, not to get stuck in the drama and the craziness and that kind of thing. Take a different point of view, you know what I mean, however that you can do that. Does that make sense?
Oh my God, I love that. It's amazing. Good
I just
job. Love
Yes, isn't
it.
that,
Yeah,
oh my
love it.
gosh, this is so cute. I
So
actually
we're
love
all
it.
superstars. Woohoo!
We're all superstars.
So we do one more before we do the week cards?
Oh yeah, do you even want to do the weekly cards?
Oh, I don't know. Do the girls want them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
ask us
I don't want to not do them. Just to
okay, or you don't want to not do them.
Look, do they want the weekly cards, or should we just
Yeah,
keep
do you
them?
guys want us to do the weekly cards or just keep on with the card pulls for Mother's Day?
Tell us.
Okay. Mm, yes. Mm. Let's see. Do you guys want us to do the weekly cards? Or do you want us to just keep on? Oh, they said yes. Oh, and
okay,
they want us to the card pulls.
okay. So we'll do one more card pull then, and I'll need to look for someone. You do the card, and I'll look for someone.
Oh, okay. I'll do the card for the week. Is you're saying?
No, you do the card for the. We'll do one more person.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll do the cards. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So are you gonna choose the person?
Yeah. It means I can choose someone.
Oh.
I keep getting Lisa. So Lisa Miller, this is yours.
Okay, so the only problem was right before you said Lisa's name, right? Like before you said it, like a card flew out. So like this is definitely going to be for Lisa, but for other people too. And I have another card. It's gonna be so funny when you see this card, right? So, but first, the first card that flew out was feeling alone. So this card is just like saying, okay, you may be feeling alone. You might be feeling a little bit lost, but you know what I mean? It's okay to feel alone sometimes, you know what I mean? Because it's the difference between alone and lonely, you know, that kind of thing too. Because it's talking about reflection within yourself, almost like the time to stop, the time to pause, you know what I mean? A time to like journal out your feelings. And you know what I mean? One thing too is about journaling out your feelings, right? Because there's a difference between journaling and talking about your day and then also talking about the way that you feel. And a lot of us really need to be able to get some of those emotions out of us, you know what I mean? And also to figure out why you're feeling a certain way, why, you know, and all of a sudden you keep on writing, you're going to be memories are going to start coming up that you didn't even know that still bothered you, and that kind of thing. Because that's one thing that they're talking about. And they're also talking about being month of May being a really big time for a month of like solitude, a month of going in in, going a little bit deeper, you know what I mean? Just honestly reflecting on what you want in life and where you want to be and where you've come. And honestly giving yourself kudos, you know what I mean, for being where, you know what I mean, where you have been, you know, where you are right now. You know what I mean? We can all look back on our life and be like, oh, I should have been doing this. I could have been doing this. You know what I mean? What if, you know? But it's like, no, you know what I mean? You have overcome so much. You have done such amazing things. And it's like, let's not just throw those by the wayside. Let's really like remember those moments and remember those times and really devour ourselves into that. Because then this card came up, Blossom. Isn't that hilarious?
That's the card I love. I said
Isn't
earlier.
that amazing? Because it's like a time, it's like almost like saying it's like a time to like blossom, you know what I mean? And it's like you might be having that funky time and feeling a little bit alone, a little bit lost and that kind of stuff, but not to worry, because it's like kind of like the thing that's been going on is like there's like a lot of transformation happening. There's a lot of that inner work. It's like a lot of us are inside of our cocoons, you know, but not to worry. It's like we're going to get out of that cocoon, but right now it's like a time for us to, you know, just feel a little bit more whole, you know? Oh my gosh, and Lisa's like her birthday
I
is next
know.
week.
I just saw
Yes!
that.
Yes, no wonder, because I was getting drawn to the month of May too, Lisa. I was like, this is a
Mm.
really big month, you know what I mean, for you know, and yourself too. And honestly, if you can get away, Lisa, if you can do something like, you know, go away on a trip or something like that, even if it's like for one day, you know what I mean, at like a park, something to do with like nature and that kind of thing, it's going to be really, really good for you. And they're also talking to you about shining your light, you know what I mean, and not being not dimming it for other people. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that we feel like we need to like dim our light because around other people, but it's like, no, like own it, own who you are, you know? Did you have something
Beautiful.
else?
Yeah, so for feeling alone, I actually got the angels were so loud in my head. But you are never alone, Lisa. You're not alone. Okay. Even when you're in those alone times, what they're telling me to say to you really, really strongly is that those are your really important times for them to sort of really help you to move upwards. They're showing me that light. Can you show me the light a bit better on the no that one, my darling? Yeah, they're telling me that light's like a little sprite that's guiding you, Lisa. See, there's a little something, like a little bit, I can see it like almost like a little sparkling fairy. It's always around you, giving you lots of help. There is something really special in your aloneness, actually, that they're not really giving me too much info about. But what they're saying is there's something very special in that for you. And that time is going to give you the period to get to that blossoming. And I see blossoming and blooming, and I've been getting lots of messages about this myself this weekend. I see it as the fact that you've been coming up and that flower is about to get really, really big. So that alone time is what's going to bring you to whatever the next thing is. And as it's your birthday, birthdays are always an indication of a new direction in some senses, because you're meeting a new number, and whatever number age that is going to be a new energy and focus for you. So,
Oh, I love that.
there you go.
Yes.
I love that too.
I absolutely love that. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. Yes, well, happy birthday, Lisa.
Yeah, big
Happy
birthday wishes
birthday.
and hugs and everything.
Yes, I totally love that. I totally love this.
Which
Oh my
one
gosh.
do you
So
want to-
Rachel had a good idea. Rachel said
Oh
that we
no,
should pull
what
cards for each other. That would be cool.
Okay. What now? What?
That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool.
All right, let's go on then. Here's what I do.
What's going on?
I'm like, oh, what really? My life at the moment, you guys don't want to know.
Dude, it's funny. I can tell with the cards. It's
Go
like
on.
I can't get them to stay straight. Like I can't like I feel like there's like at least 7 cards that want to come up. Yeah, do you
You're
see
just
this?
greedy. You're just pure greed. God sake.
Yeah, see, I told you my mine's like woo. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like yours. They're beautiful.
Ooh, I like yours. I feel like you need more.
Oh my god, yours are amazing. Wow.
Ooh, oh my gosh, so cool. I just pulled like a bonus card for you too, and it was the third eye chakra. Like, is that not like so incredibly like spot on too? Because it says also about finding balance, you know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, I know everyone has to deal with balance, you know what I mean? It's like we're trying to balance like our home life and this and this and this and that, you know what I mean? But for you, I feel like it's also about making decisions, you know what I mean? And then sticking with those decisions and not like, you know what I mean, going back on them and that kind of thing, being like, okay, this is what I truly, you know what I mean? I'm going to do this, and then, you know, keep on going forward. And that's really going to help you try and find that balance a little bit too, right? And there's something else as well. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I feel like a lot of pushing away of things, you know what I mean? Some of the things that you're resistant to. You know what I mean? Because do you see like how the colors are like being pushed? You know what I mean? And like right now, it's like they're talking. It's like a lot about like the red, the root chakra, like setting that foundation, and you're pushing other things around and that kind of stuff too. And there's like a lot of like the healing work that you're just like dabbling in, and I feel like they're trying to get that to be a little bit more and a little bit more creativity and confidence with it. It's so incredibly cool too. And also, I see like a little bit more romance too that is like either needed or coming up and that kind of stuff too. Because I'm seeing like the roses and like a ring. You know what I mean? So that kind of thing, right? It's so incredibly cute. I don't know. I like this card, but then again, I'm like, let me see.
It's really lovely.
Oh, do you like it?
Oh, no, I like it. Do you know what it's making me think of?
No.
An orange cut in half.
Oh, it does.
So I'm just seeing this orange, and it's like the orange, so the chakra, then it is about like, sexuality and stuff. So yeah, I'm getting kind of this energy that, yeah, I probably need to be a little bit more with a romance card. So
because there is like a little baby right there too. Like, so yeah,
baby. So baby. I know it's Mother's Day, but come on now. No.
Yeah, see, it's Mother's Day, right?
Oh,
and so definitely, I think that they're just really, really also loving the fact that you're just so connected right now. You know what I mean? You're hearing them so much. So I just feel too, like, just making those decisions and sticking with them and seeing them all the way through. And especially when it comes to, spiritual stuff, you know what I mean? Because they absolutely love it. So it's like, keep on going. So I know we need to talk a lot.
Okay, I actually think our cards are slightly similar because
that doesn't surprise me.
Look,
and it's like both wheels. Like, do you see it?
And it's like, willpower, and I'm getting the same energy. And this one's evolution, which is like the third eye chakra. Like, is it evolving your consciousness, right? So I'm getting a really similar, but the thing I'm getting for this, and look, red as well.
Oh my gosh. Is that oh my gosh. Yes.
So I'm getting grounding. I'm getting being in the strength of that. And the other thing I'm getting is the same with you. I'm getting rooted. Get rooted, right? And you're
story of my life.
In fact, to be honest, I feel these cards are for both of us. And the other thing is the evolution card is the fact that they keep trying, in fact, they're telling me actually really loud. Now, we keep trying to give you both a gift and you don't want to have it. Will you please step into this? So you need to step into this evolution, which is going to change your direction. And see the whale that's at the bottom, right? That's actually diving. It's about you actually feeling free to just get into that water, get your head under it, get completely soaked, and be giving yourself completely to it. Because I get the sense of the fact that you're almost holding back from that willpower a little bit, just a little bit. And then you're going, no. I just put my toe in. You're a whale. You just have to get right in. You just have to get right in and immerse yourself in that, because that's going to make you rooted. Once you're rooted, then you can step into this. But until you root, and I'm the same, that what you read for me is identical. I have to get rooted so that I can step into the third eye chakra. You have to get rooted so you can evolve. And the evolution is such a big pathway, and it brings you right up to the divinity point, which is your crown chakra energy. But it will not happen if you keep going, I don't want to go there.
I don't want to go there. And it's so funny. It's so incredibly amazing too that you are bringing up a lot of like water, dipping your toe in and stuff like that. Because I started swimming last week, so I've been swimming every single morning for the last week. So I just like absolutely love it because I totally absolutely get it. Like, it's so on, right? It's so on.
Right. So which ones are we going to do for the week?
I don't know.
These Diane Cooper ones.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah, I don't have them, but let's do it.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've got other ones here.
And good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning.
Cards are jumping, but also giving information. Maria says, "Yep."
Or do you want to draw your cards for the week?
No, I can look those up and I can do those.
Okay. Well, if you need them, I've got them anyway, so we'll see. Okay. So
like, Christine's like, those cards are great. I wouldn't be offended being called that whale. You're the whale. I didn't even get that.
I want to be a whale. They're gorgeous, aren't they, whales?
Who wants to be a whale? I want to be a dolphin.
No. Whales spread a really strong spiritual message across the land. They are highly spiritual. They are highly evolved, and they create something like through their sound. It actually heals and penetrates our earth consciousness and gives us huge messages that actually just vibrate across the planetary system. So yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Not everyone wants to be a whale. No.
Oh dear. Okay, so I'll do
Okay.
the cards for the week. Oh,
Oh, look at this, you guys, so much. Okay, so many of these cards are popping out. So that like totally means that like spirit is with us. Like your past loved ones too are with you, right? The angels are with you. They're wanting to, help you, give you the guidance, give you the messages, but we just have to practice receiving some of it. Because if we're not really good at receiving, then we're not really good at receiving the messages and that kind of stuff, and we can subconsciously be blocking them, right? And they just really, really want you to know too that they're with you, you know what I mean? And they're really trying to talk to you. So for some reason you're like, they don't talk to me and blah blah blah. It's like, no, they are. It's just that you just might not be able, your mind might be a little bit too crazy, your day might be a little bit too crazy, that kind of thing. You might not be noticing them, right?
ooh,
Yes.
they're really going mad with these cards.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah, and I
look,
agree,
see
Rebecca.
that one, guys. It just flew across the land.
Totally tuned in.
Right, you got them all. You got your children,
Okay.
you got your
And also, she's like 5 hours ahead of us. We just woke up over here in the States. Like, she's in the afternoon. She's already went and partied today. So,
it's only like
no fair. She probably got all these messages while she was out and about.
I went out in nature. I had to walk through the woods to get to the cafe.
Oh, see. Oh my gosh.
So, okay.
That is so
you
amazing.
ready for Monday?
Let's do it.
Okay, so Monday there's two actually. There's owl. There's owl.
Ooh, oh my gosh, I love owl. They remind me of my sons. Every time I see owl, I think of Mason.
And there's donkey. So owl says, listen to the messages of the angels. And I don't know about these angels. This one's called Archangel Bok. I think it's Bok Hopki. I don't know. But it's an owl. You know what I'm getting for the owl for Monday? I'm getting really step into your wisdom. Because, while owls are just so wise, aren't they? And it's to step into your wise self. You already know all the answers. You already know all the answers to all your questions. You've got it really inside of you. And you know why? Wise owls, look at them. Look at that steadfastness, that strength. You are strong. Yeah, you're strong. You're powerful. You are able in every moment to know the answers to every question. It's just that we stand in our way, and that owl is saying, no time for that anymore. It's time to really step into your genius and your truth. I'm also getting the energy of this beautiful sort of like sparkling thing here. That wisdom is actually really of celestial energy. I'm getting the energy of the planets and star alignment. And then that brings you into the bird of flight and the moon. You are connecting to a higher energy system outside of yourself. That wisdom is so profound. Please allow it to step into you on Monday. Yeah. And then also you've got to keep your heart open no matter what. Archangels Mary and Gabriel. Archangel Mary, I think, might be Mary Mother. More God reference. And yeah, to keep your heart open. You can't have this wisdom with a closed heart. We cannot step into owl energy when we have our hearts closed, right? So, we got quite a lot of lovely energy earlier. We got romance, and we got the root chakra, and we got loving energy. Being asked to really embrace that. And that joy card came up. That joy card is about us stepping into that wisdom, but with joy. Wisdom, the word wisdom is really strange because it can sometimes seem a bit sort of like stage and a bit sort of like more patriarchal because we all went to school. But actually, no, this isn't that wisdom. This is again, sparkling energy wisdom. This is feminine wisdom. This is really powerful wisdom. And I'm absolutely loving it for you guys. And well, for all of us, it's amazing. Anyway, Heather, anything?
I just have to say too, because something that's it's a totally different AWOL kind of thing, but it's your sons too. So if you have children and things like that on Monday, it would just be like a really good day to like share your wisdom, but also keeping your heart open, a little bit of understanding that your children have their own, their own paths, you know what I mean, to lead on, and especially if you have a son and that kind of thing. One moment. Okay. And everything else that you said, but that was actually one thing that kept on standing up to me is like, so oh my gosh, and today's Mother's Day too. I totally forgot about that because I was really thinking about like the children and especially anyone who had like a son and that kind of thing too, is knowing that they have their own path and that kind of thing. But definitely it might be a learning experience come on Monday or coming through this week too. But just having that a little bit of like, yeah, you want to be the parent and you want to be, supportive, but also having that heart open to where you're just a little bit understanding a little bit more for them. So
I
that's
love
actually all that I got because I was just totally engrossed with what you were saying.
That's beautiful, actually, though, because because the owl's like the parent and the donkey's like the child.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that.
And that's actually what I saw because I held the owl back a bit, didn't I? And I put the donkey forward, and I kind of got that when you were saying that. It's so beautiful. That's
Isn't that
lovely.
amazing? Like, I absolutely love it.
It
Like,
ready
I
for
love this.
Tuesday? Tuesday is. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. You're going to see why in a minute. It's Babe, Pig in the City.
Oh my God, that is so cute.
It's the cutest little pig. It's maintain self-worth and self-esteem. And we've got that beautiful blue energy there. It's your boys, guys. Archangels Mary, Gabriel, and Uriel, right? So, really step into trusting that you do have the ability to say what you feel. I'm really getting a strong sense of, I think the thing with self-worth and self-esteem and all those areas of the self, we do tend to really close our throat chakras when we're feeling a little bit sort of small or timid. And I'm getting this real deep energy of this, this tiny little pigs being strong, because they are small, really. And he's saying, no, I'm going to stand up there. I'm going to say what I think. And it's about having the strength and the self-worth and self-esteem to go out there and go, you know what, this is what I think. This is how I feel. This is what I believe. But the other thing I'm also getting is I'm getting this really big, strong sense of the opening of the divinity again, because there is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but above his crown chakra is like the opening of divinity. And then you've got the energy of the beautiful gold behind. We are all, this reading for the week is really stepping us, I think, into the energy of awakening your divine self, your powerful self. And the animals know this stuff. They already know it. They think we're hilarious because they're quiet. I sometimes think they can speak, actually. They don't want to tell us stuff. But, I think they know. And this pig also knows something. If you look at that pig, he knows something. He really does know something. So whatever that is, step into your self-worth and your strength so that you can voice it, because you know it then too.
Yes. It's like that little that song, you know what I mean? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And that pig is like, I have this. Not only do you have it inside of you, right? But you also have it around you and supporting you. And it is there. And you absolutely have it inside of you and right outside of you. See how much that pig is supported? You know what I mean? And he was like, I don't care if I'm not the cutest pig. You know what I mean? I don't care if, how people think of me. You know what I mean? Like, you see it because he's not that attractive of a pig.
Sorry, pig.
You know what I mean? Like we don't mean to, you know what I mean? But he's like, hey, you know what I mean? This is how I am. So no matter how that you're feeling about yourself, you know what I mean? Whether it's like you feel like you have a good connection or not, whether or not you feel worthy or not, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Whether or not, however that you feel, it does not change the fact that you absolutely do have that beautiful light inside of you and also around you and supporting you. And it's one of those things where you actually have to just take that moment to be able to accept that you have it and then use it for your greater good. You know what I mean? So whatever that is in the moment, you know what I mean? And that could be whatever you want it to be. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm going to, like, I don't care. Go ahead and blame the angels and say, you know what? The angels told me I don't have to do the dishes today. You know what? The angel says that I can order out. You guys know I'm always doing that. You know what I mean? So however it is. Or just speaking up your truth just a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like I am horrible. I'm not horrible. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at speaking my truth, right? But I lose my shit really easily sometimes. You know what I mean? My patience is this much. I'm working on it, right? But it's having that communication, but having that loving, beautiful communication, right? Because that's how you're really going to get people to, understand you, and then also honoring yourself. So it's that kind of like that balance where you have to honor yourself, and because you have to speak up and you have to, know that light's inside of you and around you. But then also like kind of like what Lisa had said, saying it with grace, you know what I mean? Saying it with humility, you know what I mean? But just making sure that you are saying it and you're saying it with love, and not a can of whoop ass like I do.
I love that message so much. It's beautiful. Yeah,
I love it. I love pigs. Like, who would have thought that the pig was going to be so cool?
It's funny actually, because what you were saying is really true. I used to be like that. I really used to open my mouth before I thought. And it's about really learning that you are a gentle, warm soul, and we don't have to be brash to be heard.
Oh,
I
so
think,
true.
you know, a lot of socialization makes us think as women, especially women. I don't know how men feel because I don't really know how it is to be a man, right? Okay, to be fair. But I think a lot of women feel that we're not allowed. And then when we do try and speak up, we do sound as if we're not really got our power behind us. So it's to kind of step into that. But I love that. I love what you said.
And you want to know too is I think it's also people pleasing because you
Oh, yeah.
try to please other people so
Yeah.
much and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna let them think that. I'm just gonna let them think that. And then finally it's like I can't let them think that. Like, you know what, you're like you're trying so hard. You're like, I'm totally loving light. I'm totally loving light. And then finally, and then you're like, I'm trying to hold it in. And I'm a
Yes.
redhead, so redheads have tempers.
Yeah, and I'm just fiery as anything. I've had to
Yeah,
learn to really turn it down because sometimes people just
yeah.
look at me and go, no.
I think age too helps. Honestly, age helps so much, to be honest. But okay, go ahead. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm totally like blabbling.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. I love this
This is
card.
like Thursday's card,
No, this is
right?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Wednesday. Yep.
Yeah, because that one, the first two had two. Monday had
Yep. That
two.
was for Monday.
This is Parrot.
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's such
look
a
at the
pretty
eyes.
card.
I know, isn't it beautiful? I'm just going to hold it so you can stare at it. It's just amazing. Listen intently. I like this because I can see the message that they're giving right now. Listen intently to understand. This is that Archangel Hopkey. I can't say it, Bok or whatever. I don't know. But this is really interesting. So I'm getting this really strong vibe on Wednesday about the fact that, yes, you need to learn to speak your truth and you need to talk. But we also need to understand by Wednesday that we also need to listen so that we can come from that place of deep love. And you know, where we were talking just now about how we can be when we talk, that's another thing. That listening thing is so important because what I'm getting actually really interestingly from the card, this rainbow energy, this real high moving through all your sort of chakras energy, this aura energy. I'm getting that rather than, you know, that thing we all tend to do, and I'm a culprit of it. I think we're all a culprit of it to some degree. You're not listening to what the person's saying, you're listening to reply, and then really getting a strong message.
Oh,
This is what isn't going to be good for you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, for sure, listen to exactly what they're saying. There's no reply. The reply has to come afterwards so that it's an honest and truthful reply. Then I'm also getting the energy of this rainbow, this brightness. The more you listen, the brighter it's actually going to get because you're suddenly going to start having a clarity around your understanding and your deep-seated value system actually for yourself. So oddly, out of just being quiet for a while, which I can't do very well. But those of you who can, well done. But for those of us who can't, we need to learn to kind of go, okay, I'm going to sit back. And if you have to put your arms across yourself in that kind of crossed way, just do it just to hold the energy back so you can reply when you're ready to. Because it's going to open up a door. And you know what the door is? It's to companionship. It's to being able to parent in a whole way as well. And it's also to having the energy of the rainbow. The rainbow is magic. So magic is only going to open up when you're willing to hear. And I'm also getting from the angels, because they're showing me this celestial light here, they are also trying to speak to you. Please, can you listen? So listen, because they cannot give you the gold or the energy of the rainbow. And like in Ireland, they say like, you know, the money pots at the end of the rainbow. And you're not going to get that if you keep trying to have the answer before you've heard the words.
oh, I totally see everything that you said too. Yes, I just think that Wednesday too is probably going to be a day where, you know what I mean, there's a lot of that busyness, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, like not getting so involved in this, you know what I mean, taking a different, you know, viewpoint as well. And then like noticing that there might be like a storm, so there might be like a lot of crazy energy, and then waiting till afterwards, almost like kind of like how the rainbow is. And also it's really interesting too because like active listening to me is almost a form of meditation, right? Because it's like you are literally listening to the person. And so anytime that your thoughts are wandering away about how you're going to respond, come back to the moment and listen to what they're saying and act like that's actually a form of meditation. That's going to help you if you can't meditate or you can't tame your monkey mind. Is active listening is really going to help. You know, it really is. So definitely it's a day like you might want to talk, but they're trying to say, shush, just wait. So if something happens, wait to the end of the day to respond.
That is really for you and me as well. I could really hear them saying that's really for you too right now.
It's so funny. Oh my God, but look at this. Look at the time. So I think I'm gonna have to like pull Thursday and Friday's card. You know what I mean?
I've got
Like,
Thursday.
oh, you already have them? Okay, because we
Yeah.
have to do pick a card still. I don't want to miss
Yeah,
that.
no, we'll get there. I'm looking at the time. So we've got for Thursday, we've got Grey Squirrel, and it's find new ways of solving problems. And Archangel Raphael's with you, so I'm getting that real. Well, you know, because look at the green. Archangel Raphael's in the healing energy around you, and because Archangel Raphael's there, I feel that it's something maybe for you that is quite a toughie. It's a tough thing for you, this thing, but it's what it is. And what I'm getting here is that, and I can see this kind of, there's this constant need to solve a problem a same way. But what I'm actually seeing is that if you step into looking at it from almost upside down, almost turn yourself around, you're going to be able to heal the issue. The way you're looking at it is causing the problem. And I don't know why I'm hearing problem, but the way you're looking at it is causing the issue. The issue is not what it is. The issue is the fact that you need to find a new perspective on this question, scenario, situation, whatever it is. It needs to be looked at another way. And Archangel Raphael is going to come and help you heal the energy of the old mindset so that you can move yourself into this new energy. And if you look at the squirrel's holding light. So that light and then the opening up of consciousness is happening again. So you're moving into that energy, but you're only going to move into that energy when you start to give up your resistance to the real truth behind why you're staying stuck. We only stay stuck when we are resistant to the new way of doing something.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I just have to say too, is that the gray squirrel specifically reminds me of my mom because my aunt keeps on seeing two squirrels. And I was like, well, they're probably mom and Aunt Judy. And it was really funny. My Aunt Judy always wore black. So one of the squirrels were black and then one of the squirrels were gray. And my mom loved the color gray. So I was like, mom is probably the gray squirrel and Aunt Judy is the black squirrel. So I think it's amazing that they have a gray squirrel right now. And then also like that infinity sign, / number 8 sign is definitely coming up too. So if anyone has any kind of, relation to like the 8th of a month or like August, especially if you have any kind of past loved ones or if you are waiting for some kind of news or whatever, that number 8 might apply to you. So I wanted to say that too, because that was like standing out, and then just also knowing that it's supported, from the other side, so whether it's the angels or your past loved ones, that kind of thing. So yes.
Okay, as you mentioned that, I've got to quickly mention this. The infinity symbol is also about soul connection. So, and there's a soul connection. Maybe you're actually not listening to something you need to change your viewpoint about with regard to this soul connection. So that infinity symbol is the connection between the two of you. It's that infinity. And I'm getting this soul connection so important to you. However, if you keep looking at it from the wrong perspective, it's going to keep being something you keep butting your head against.
Oh, yes. That's a good point. I love that.
I've got the Friday one too.
Ooh, okay.
This one's gorgeous. It's a little hedgehog.
Oh my gosh.
And it's such a magical little hedgehog. It's the magical hedgehog. Be a magnet for light, for love, and for joy. With Archangel Gabriel. Had some beautiful angels here today. Gabriel's made an appearance a few times. You're being told that, you are already a magnet, actually. But I think what they're trying to remind us of is the fact that sometimes we close ourselves off from this energy and we kind of stop ourselves being in that energy. You know how hedgehogs, when they're scared, they go into that little ball of scary, spikiness. And it's almost as if, that's what happens sometimes. You're so scared to really radiate that love, that light, that joy that you are, that you go into that little ball and you get all spiky-tastic and go, no. And while you're doing that, you can't embrace and then draw it to you. You can't draw that magnetic energy to you, and you also can't share it because you've got it within you, right? So I'm kind of getting that energy of the fact that this is earth conscious. It's earth consciousness energy. It's really going to find its way through to you on Friday. And it's about being that magnetic energy, opening yourself up to it, being awake hedgehog, not scared asleep hedgehog, being awake hedgehog and opening to your deep lightest, that beautiful light self, your lightest self, your purest, most refined self, so that you will magnetically draw that love and joy to you, and then you'll be able to radiate it outwards. As you can see, the radiation is going outwards.
Those are such beautiful cards too, by the way.
I know.
They're
They're
just
not
so
mine,
beautiful.
actually.
Especially like when the light hits it, it's like, wow. And it's so funny. My sister has a hedgehog, and so does my sister-in-law. They all have hedgehogs too. So I think that's really funny too. So if you know someone who has a hedgehog or whatever, it could just be a literally a kind of like a message straightforward, like what Hem was talking about to them. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's like as like it's really cool like that. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm a little ungrounded right now.
Because I'm waking you up
So
with this energy. There's a lot of divine energy around at the moment, guys. So if you're feeling that, it's for you. We are really being lifted up through this reading. I can really feel it. I can feel it in my arms. So yeah, take that.
oh my gosh, I love this.
So you're
Ah,
gonna do
I'm so excited.
card?
Yeah, let's do pick a card. Are you gonna do them? Yeah, you know what? Do it. Yeah.
What
You know, I
are
think
going to do them?
I think so.
We
Because you have
both
the
go
pretty
like
card.
dolphins. Sorry, guys. Only dolphins can hear us.
Because we talked all the time. Okay, should I do it? Like, I don't know.
You're doing them.
I don't know if I want to do these cards though.
Alright, I'll
Should I
do
do
it.
these cards?
Which one do you want me to do? Okay, what are you feeling? Tell me what you're feeling.
Okay, let's see what we're feeling. I really like your cards. I really feel like I wish I had your cards, like those animal
ones?
cards, those Diana
Atlantic?
Cooper ones.
You want me to do those for the pick a card?
I think so. Yeah, I really love them.
Oh, they're
What-
saying yes as well. Did you not gang up with each other this morning?
Like I want to read
yes,
too, but like the other like yeah, I don't have those cards. I'm gonna have to get them. I almost got them a few times and I didn't. So
well, they're not mine. They're actually my mum's. I just said to her, "Can I take these cards?" So they must have been meant to be. And like I said, it's her birthday.
I need to
today,
like.
so.
Apparently, I need to get more cards. That's the thing is I don't have enough.
What you need?
I need.
Come on, girls. Does she need more cards?
Oh wait a
I'm
second.
joking. If you want more cards, get them.
I think is it Kristen or someone? No, someone was supposed to get the shaman deck for Mother's Day. The Colette Baron Reed's new deck. Do you know what I'm talking about? The shaman oracle. Have you seen those? I think it was Christine.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm not sure to get them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, these here. I absolutely love them. Yeah. So someone was going to get them for Mother's Day, so I hope that they like them. So I know today's Mother's Day, so
they showed me all the cards apart from the third one.
Okay, so you already pulled up 3 cards? Okay. Okay. Oh, Meg, was it you that was getting the cards? Oh, yay!
Wow.
Okay, so now we're going to do pick a card. So we're just going to ask Spirit to guide us to one of the cards that Hem has pulled to give us a message for our highest good today. And if we can just take a breath and breathe out. And then when I say the card 1, card 2, card 3, just kind of tune in. Did I say one higher than the other? Did one of those numbers stand out more than the other? Was there a number that I said that you really didn't like? Because maybe that's something that you're resistant to, but you actually do need to hear the message. So I'm going to say them again. Card 1, card 2, and card 3. All right. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Let me see who says this. Oh my God. Jennifer says that she's looking for 72 more decks. She's going to mix all 73 of them and make 73 individual decks to give back to those who donate. Chaos energy decks. That is actually really cool.
Wow, that is a really cool idea.
Is really freaking cool. Like,
I like
oh
it.
my gosh, I would love that.
We should do that one time, actually.
Yeah, we should. Like chaos deck. We're totally stealing. We'll give you kudos for it, Jennifer.
We'll give you all the kudos and all the stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so Hem, did you like? Are you guided to one?
Well, it was a bit weird for me because they showed me the first 2 cards. It's almost like they picked my reading for me. So we'll see how it goes. Because when you were saying the numbers, I couldn't feel anything.
Oh, okay. So this is meant
like,
to be then. Okay, I'm definitely for card number 2. Yeah.
Okay, right. Are we ready?
Yeah, I like it when you come on. I get like
Da,
I
da,
get
da.
readings too.
Card 1 is giraffe.
Oh my gosh.
It is aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom with Archangel Jophiel. And it's really interesting because I think that the whole of the week reading actually was talking to wisdom. And I think, you know what I'm getting? I'm just getting that, girls, there is so much crown chakra opening energy going on at the moment. And this wisdom is you're connecting to higher sources of energy. This is a giraffe. Giraffes are huge, right? They're practically in the heavens. We're being asked to move into that energy. We're being asked to really step into that strong crown energy. But not only that, I'm also getting that kind of sense of, you know, giraffes are always kind of renowned for being quite elegant and that kind of almost peacefulness energy about them. You know, when they like go up to trees, these massive tall trees, and they go to eat something, there's always something very placid and warm about them. And, you know, I get that this knowledge, this higher knowledge and wisdom energy for you is really calming. It's really grounding. It's really going to bring you into your central focus energy. And there is something almost in the eyes of the giraffe that is saying, you know, whatever it is, you know that wisdom, you know that energy, you're holding it. And it's almost a kind of quiet, gentle, reflective movement around it. And you're moving so gently and you're going to move so slowly, but suddenly you're just going to awaken to it and go, oh, I've got it now. And that connection is so profound. And if you look, just like with all the cards, actually, there's been a lot of connection to higher divinity and higher consciousness energy. But this isn't just here. I'm getting this real strong coming down to you as well.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, and I totally see the same thing too. And then for some reason I was seeing a halo around the giraffe as well, you know what I mean? But I just feel like, you know, another thing that they're saying is that you might be going through this spiritual awakening process, you know what I mean? You might be more open and that kind of thing, more open than maybe some other people are that are around you. It's just because you have a different perspective, but it doesn't like necessarily mean like you don't have to get involved in like, who's right and who's wrong. You know what I mean? It's just that you're noticing it from a different point of view. You actually have you're having a different kind of experience right now. You know what I mean? And then just to kind of like almost like honor that and almost like I don't want to say be the bigger person, but you know how the giraffe is like high, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? They can like look around and like kind of see a little bit more of the story. But if someone is like, if the giraffe is going to try to explain to an ant, you know what I mean, what it's seeing, it's going to be very difficult for that ant to understand, you know? So that's kind of, you know, kind of what I'm getting to. It's almost like allowing some things to lay down, you know what I mean? That ant's going to have to climb up a tree one day, you know what I mean, and see it, you know what I mean? It's not going to be up to you to try and get everyone to see what you're seeing and how you're seeing it and what you are feeling, you know what I mean? And that kind of thing. It's really hard for me to explain. I'm getting really ungrounded around you today. Where's my grounding bracelet? Here you go. Here's a stone.
For a while. Maybe it's that because it's really exciting to be with you. Like it's been so long. So yeah, maybe it's that. But yeah, you know, when you were saying about the ants and the giraffe, it's really weird because I got this really strong message. I wouldn't normally do an extra, but I really, really strong. The ant's going to get on your back. The ant's going to follow you. You're going to share your wisdom. Number one, you're going to share the wisdom, and the ant's going to climb up so that it can see from your perspective because you're going to share it, but they have to find it through you gently guiding them to it.
I love that. And did you see what Teresa wrote? She wrote I did the whole have your husband choose an animal to mean this or that, you know what I mean? And you know, for like a sign. And I have been seeing a giraffe everywhere, which he picked. And of course she picked card number 1. So she was wondering, so like I had my husband pick like an animal one time, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, what's my yes animal? Okay. And he picked like a cow or something or a fox. And so Teresa did the same thing. And her husband picked a giraffe. And now she picked card number 1, which was a giraffe. Isn't that crazy? So it's totally a sign, right? I know, Rebecca, like I just wore it. So I think it's in the bathroom, my grounding bracelet. Like I've been wearing it. And so Rebecca is the one that actually made that grounding bracelet that when I talked to you that one day and you're like, Heather, you need to ground. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm wearing my grounding bracelet, you know? So Rebecca's like, hey, where is it, Heather? And I'm like, I think it's in the bathroom, actually.
Yeah, because
I just wore it.
I can get quite ungrounded, but no, I'm okay today. I'm wearing my stuff. So.
See, I'm gonna grab some of this. Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful. This one's oh my God, this is so gorgeous. Number 2.
Oh,
Be joyful and trusting. I love it. Look at that picture. Oh my God, guys. Wow.
Love it.
That little
So
trusting
beautiful.
turtle, you know, turtles are like they're kind of quite preyed upon, you know. And, you know, they have to keep hiding and they hide in those little shells, but they're still preyed upon. And I get this energy that, you know, you can trust. It's okay. You know, oh my God, actually, it's so sad in my mind. I'm getting this. Don't have to keep going and crouching in the corner anymore. You can speak up. It's okay. No one gets to tell you who you are anymore. No one gets to come and take you off the beach and stop you from living your life the way you want to live it. There is such a beauty in this, and this energy of freedom is coming in. There's such deep freedom. You can trust. You can trust. And you know who you're going to trust? You're going to trust you. The turtle trusts the turtle. You need to trust yourself. And that hidey hole now, don't need it anymore. You just don't need it. Look, the turtle's out. It's free. It's fine. It feels safe. Look at the energy around the turtle. That's protective energy. You are protected now. Whatever's been trying to hold you back, I kind of get this really deep sense of it's almost as if you've been like, no. And but you know, no more of that. No more. It's not good for you. And those people that are trying to do whatever it is, no, they don't know. And it's that whole perspective thing again, isn't it? Some people will never see things from your perspective. They just won't. Oh my God, I can't believe Heather, this is your card. Some people will never see things from your perspective, no matter what you do. You can only love them. You can trust and be joyful in yourself, and you don't need to worry about that anymore.
And you know what? Like it was completely like amazing too, because I was picking up something too, because it's like, you know, the turtle has to try and make its way to the water, and it's by instinct. It's by knowing what it truly has to do for itself. It knows that it has to get to the water. And then look what happens when it gets to the water. Look at how beautiful that water is. You see the wondrous, you know what I mean, around it. So it's like, you know, for me and for other people who have chosen number two, it's like go where you are led, go where your instincts are, go down those roads that are just going to make you be so true to yourself, because there's a beautiful water, beautiful, you know what I mean, experience waiting, you know what I mean? And it can only come after you have followed what you truly feel like you need to do for you, you know? And you might have some of those challenges, or you might already have overcome them, you know what I mean? Like just how the, like Hem was saying, those turtles are getting preyed upon as they try to make their way towards the water, to the awesomeness, to the freedom, to the life they want, and that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Just to keep on going. And then here's another thing too, is don't get back out of the freaking water, right? like all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, maybe I need to go back. No, you don't. Like, oh, I need to tell them about the awesomeness in this water. And it's like, no, they will come if they're guided, you know? Because how many times have we done stuff like that? I know my spirit guide is like, Heather, I just got you out of that situation. You know what I mean? I just helped you and you just freaking went back. How many times does a toddler do that? You know, we're like toddlers, you know what I mean? The toddler is like playing with a ball in the street, you know what I mean? You get the toddler in the backyard, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, the toddler's running out in the freaking street again. And that's kind of like what we do. So it's like, if you're in the awesomeness, stay there. You know what I mean? Other people will find their way to the awesomeness. Okay. You just almost like do you.
I love that. Oh,
I
so
love that card.
beautiful.
That card is so beautiful.
Oh,
Like I
I
want to get the
love
deck just for that
that.
card.
I love that reading as well. That was just so gorgeous. Right, 3. I think this is my card because it was the only one they didn't show me.
Good point.
So
Yeah, that's all I was thinking.
Oh my, it's my favourite animal. It's the elephant. Sorry, I've got dolphin again. I apologize. Open yourself. Oh my God, this could not be more true for me. Open yourself to true abundance. Guys, it is Archangels Mary and Raphael. It is time that you recognize that you are worthy of everything. You are worthy of the whole of the earth. There is nothing and nobody and no thing that can stop you from being your divine self. God, the angels, hierarchical systems, whatever there is, no one actually gets to make those decisions for you. Yeah, we have laws. Yeah, we have these systems that are in place where we can't do certain things. But your true, authentic direction is always open to you. Nobody gets to tell you you don't get to be abundant. No one. We know that the elephants remember everything, right? You know, like they say, elephants never forget. You know your truth in this abundant arena. Your fear stems from old messages based on family structures and systems. You know, the elephants, they have a family, they have deep, strong families that they connect to just like humans do. Your family has given you a really incorrect message. The message was that you needed to stay small and that abundance wasn't really yours to have. Actually, no, it's rubbish. Abundance is completely yours to have. What I'm getting really strongly here is you are abundance. You actually are hardwired and you're resonating it to everybody else. So come on, if they're going to take it off you, then you also are allowed to have some of that gift. Now that gift steps into your heart energy. Your gift comes out, your abundance comes out of your love, your heart center, and your throat chakra. You need to speak up. You need to talk. Like me, apparently, who needs to be a motivational speaker. And but you know, we need to find that voice so that abundance can trickle into your life. You might find, I'm getting a really strong message here, might be quite big, but it will trickle. It will trickle and it will never stop once you open the door to your belief that you are worthy enough. This is all about worthiness. It's all about your self-esteem, and it's all about whether you think you're strong enough. Now, you're not going to like this next bit, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is the baby with the mother, right? And I know it's Mother's Day, but actually I get the sense that although there is some kind of nurturing protective energy, it might be around the fact that you actually need to keep this to yourself for a little while. You can share this when it's the right time, because somewhere in that system there may be some judgment. It's not because they're trying to be mean, it's because they love you. But sometimes what our parents want for us, our people, caregivers, or the people we really love, may not be in alignment with who we really are. And it's about finding that voice and being strong enough to be your true self. I mean, look at baby. Baby's gorgeous, right? Baby is absolutely gorgeous, and baby has got this extra energy right there. So you are able to do this without other people's help. You don't need that. Mum's there to love you, but that's her job. But your job now is to shine regardless of what the narrative is around you. You can have that abundance. Step out of the narrative that's holding you back.
And I completely agree with that too, because I feel like, you know, what this card is saying is that you actually are the elephant, and you probably have been conditioned. And so a lot of the, you know, you want to talk and you want to express, but the thing is, it might not be the best time, kind of like what Hem was saying, because, you know what I mean, you're surrounded by those people who maybe who helped condition you, or they are trying to push their limiting beliefs onto you, right? And the thing is about the elephant, and what I mean is like you are the elephant, is because the elephant, like look at it in the circus, you know what I mean? The elephant is totally conditioned, you know what I mean? Totally lost its worth, you know what I mean? Like totally just feels like it is a prisoner, when in 1 second that elephant can totally trample and like, oh, like hurt everyone, do whatever. It's so incredibly strong. It has lost its light, you know what I mean? Like those ones, you know. And that's the thing, is that you do have this big beautiful light, and spirit really wants you to know that, you know what I mean? And really wants you to come back more into terms of who you truly are and what you are on the inside, you know what I mean? And you might have to keep it to yourself a little while as you get strong enough, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to get pushed right back into your shell again, you know? So it's just kind of remembering that, and then looking at elephants and looking at lions and those kind of beautiful creatures who have been conditioned to forget about how amazing that they are, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the message for you, is that you are one of those animals. So when you see those, you know, kind of watch it, even do like a YouTube video and see and be like, wow, that lion is like totally like listening to this human, and in 1 second that lion could be ruling the whole roost, you know what I mean? Everyone would be, you know what I mean, coming to that lion, coming to that elephant. So just kind of think that going through the course of this week, I am an elephant. You know what I mean? In the inside, I have this badassness. And like she said, elephants are all about abundance. They're all about wealth. So if you see those signs about an elephant and you are worried about either kind of money, more time, that kind of stuff, not to worry, you know what I mean? It's going to come, you know what I mean? Just allow it to. And how you allow it to is by letting it go. You know what I mean? About just allowing spirit to handle it. It's almost like allowing your parents to handle it. You know what I mean? We're just kids. You know what I mean? Be like, okay, you got to handle that because I can't. Does that make sense?
Gorgeous. There's another thing they just brought up while you were saying that. So the other thing is the elephants move quite slowly. So it's to move slowly so that you can actually hear this stuff. But the other thing, because like Heather brought up the circus thing, you know, like the elephant, they tether the elephant when they're babies, right? And sometimes they don't put the tether there, but the elephant still thinks it can't move. So remember, you're in a gilded cage with the door open. You can get out.
You can get out. Oh, that's a beautiful way to end. I absolutely love this. It was beautiful.
That was lovely, guys.
It
Thanks for
was,
coming.
it's so incredibly
Thanks
wonderful.
for
Yes.
having me, sweetie. As ever.
Yes, thank you for coming, Hem. We absolutely loved it. You know what I mean? You're completely tuned in today. Totally appreciate all the insight from Spirit and all the messages. You know, I think it definitely is helping us, go forward with having a really great week this week, for all of us, who got those messages. But yes, happy Mother's Day to you, Hem. Happy
Yeah.
Mother's Day to all the moms, even for moms, all those that are in the comments. We appreciate you guys coming out and, chatting and hanging out with us this morning. And we will see you next. I'll see you next Sunday for sure. I bet Hem will probably come and say hi too.
Be back soon.
Yes, you guys have a great weekend. Have a great week. Love you guys.
Bye, love.
Bye.